Coming back from the range at Coolest Firearms.
Hey, welcome everyone. Coolest Firearms here in Marlow, Oklahoma. We had a great weekend this weekend in Fort Worth. Boy, what a great turnout. Thanks to Michelle and Tim, Premier Gun Shows, largest gun shows in Texas. We're going to do our gun show giveaway. But I was just outside. We took a gun back this weekend. Customer was unhappy with our firearm. Says it didn't cycle right, couldn't get the magazines in right. So we do our due diligence. I'm 3 boxes of ammo in and I can't seem to get the gun to make a mistake. But anyways, let's draw our winner. Alright, so we have 5 minutes. 5 minutes after we give you the name, you need to answer your phone. Allie's going to send you a text message also. If you don't answer, we're going to go to the next person. Here we go. 5, 4,
3,
2,
1.
And our winner from this weekend is Walker D. Walker D, we're going to be looking you up right now. We're getting your phone number. We'll be reaching right out to you. So today, we're going to be talking about what makes our guns just a little bit better than everyone else. Well, I can say it, but let me show you a little bit about it. So I brought out some receiver sets that are obviously not an operational firearm, not teaching you how to build a gun. I'm just going through a little bit of what we do here at Coolest Firearms. So this is an upper and lower that we cut, and it's obviously in the raw. It hasn't been deburred, hasn't been done anything other than we've got the date that we manufactured on it, what time we did it, so we can obviously track if there's ever any problems. But I'm going to show you how we put our holes in the receiver in the machine, and why when we put our holes in this, it makes it so much better and so much tighter because we do it as an assembly. So my photographer here is going to follow behind me. I got the machine set up in the other room. Let's take a quick walk. We'll wait for Allie to get a hold of us and let us know about the winner. So that's a beautiful day. We got the doors open, we got the fan blowing. So here we go. So this is that same receiver set we had in the other room, just happens to be another one. It's in the raw. So before we put the holes in it, we actually throw them in our deburr system, and we deburr this with polyhedron ceramic media. What does that mean? We take all the burrs off of it, make it a little bit more radius, and it takes the light machine marks off the top of it. But we actually put them in a vise in the machine, and we put them in and clamp them as an assembly. So this is now an assembly locked together. The top is now locked to the bottom. We close the doors and we hit start. So this machine that we have here, the Haas BF3, is a little bit older, but she has one job in life. Her job is to put holes in the receivers. So you can see here. Now we don't just go ahead and drill the holes, we actually mill the holes with a little bit of what we call a bore program. We ramp down and we go ahead and we just put those holes right on in there. We do them as an assembly and the holes are perfectly round. The idea is most receiver sets, the upper receiver is cut with an oval slot. The oval slot is to take up tolerance and it's made a bit oversized. So when you push those takedown pins in, you might feel that movement. What happens when you're shooting the gun, that gun is moving around. When it's moving around, you're losing accuracy. So putting the holes in as an assembly means we have an interference fit, meaning the top is touching the bottom. They're clamped perfectly together. Then we're putting the holes in there as an assembly. Now we can't drill through, as you would think normally, with just a straight drill, because you're drilling through multiple planes. If you know anything about machining, drilling through multiple pieces of material, even with the carbide drill, you end up with problems. But if you look here, we're almost done putting those holes in this receiver. So now this is technically a firearm on an ATF guidance. Now what we do here at Coolest is we actually put a serial number on the lower receiver that matches the upper receiver. Because once we put the holes in them, guess what? They live together forever now. So that's just a little bit about how we do holes here at Coolest. It is one of the last steps right before we take this to paint. We obviously do all our own Cerakote here. And you'll see we're just finishing that up. We're going to let it finish. I'll blow it off for you. Get that door open. And go. So now you've got holes in a receiver. And they're perfectly lined up, all as an assembly. So now you can't beat it. Can't be any more perfect than do it as an assembly. So from this point, when we're done here, this actually gets, we hand ream it real quick by hand. We take 1/1000th of an inch out of the hole. The whole idea there is just to make sure when we're ramping with the bore program with that little 3/16 reduced shake end mill. Thank you to Ken Metal Tools for that tool. When we finish doing that hole, it leaves a little bit of burr. So we go in there with a 1/1000th larger reamer, we hand ream it, and then it goes to paint. So we're gonna leave this here. We're gonna walk back over and see what's going on with Miss Allie, see if she's got our winner. Thanks to Snap-on Tools also. We love Snap-on here. How are we doing, Miss Allie?
Still waiting for Walker to call us back.
How many minutes do we got left?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. We'll be pulling another name. Obviously, the person must not have answered their phone. Didn't answer the text message we sent them. So 2 minutes, we'll be pulling another name. So, to go back to our receiver sets as we were talking about, when you take a look at them, you know, they're beautiful in the raw. These machine marks that you can lightly see, you can't even feel them with your nail. So this is my goal as a machinist, is to try to machine this to tenths of an inch, tenths of a thousandth. The idea is to not be able to feel those marks. And that's what makes them so dang good. It's because they're manufactured and then they're finished as an assembly. And you can see this one, we just finished machining on September 25th. When you look at our receivers, this is what we're starting from. We start from a block, a big old block of aluminum. And then obviously we go through a 4-step process to make our lower receiver alone. But you can see where we start with an 1.5 inch thick 5x8 square block of aluminum. And then we cut that out of it. And some of our work holding that we do with a dovetail pin location, it really helps us hold that concentricity so we don't have any issues going along the way. And if you look at the steps of how we cut it, this is obviously one that was rejected, but this is after we rough it and we do one side. You can see there's nothing on the inside. The idea here is this is all done in another machine where we do all the machining out of the center.
It is currently 5:08.
5:08.
Walker has missed out. We need to draw for another one.
All right, sorry, Walker. We're going to have to go back here and we're going to draw another winner. So, ready for that? Here we go. We're going to draw another winner now. Now, this is for this particular firearm. We had it on display at the Fort Worth Gun Show. It's the coolest firearm. It's called a Derive. It's our Derive series, our 7th generation firearm. Retail on this firearm is $1,499. It's a 7.5 inch 5.56 with our brand new barrel system, new handguard. This thing is a tack driver. And I take that back. This isn't a 7.5. This is a 10.5 inch firearm. 7.5 inch firearm sitting behind it. All right. The next winner is Daniel G. Daniel G. Guess what? We're giving you a call. We're going to go from there. Well, a little bit more about how we go through some of these other processes. So once we're done raw manufacturing it, we need to put all of our engraving on it. Now, the ATF mandates us doing our name, Coolest Firearms, where this was made. This one here was made in Marlow, Oklahoma. We also, put in here our engraving with fire and safe. On the other side of the firearm, we have our model, our serial number, which I'm covering up just for the next person who does purchase this firearm. And then we have fire and safe on it also. On our upper receiver, you'll see that we have our logo on the top of it just to make sure that everyone knows that it is our gun. But when you open this up and look at it, there's some other numbers inside. These numbers are our production numbers.
Hi, Daniel. Is this Daniel Goodman? It's Allison from Coolest Firearms. You won the
Hey, we got a winner.
You won.
We got a winner.
10 inch and 5.56.
Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in. In a few weeks, we're going to be down in Pasadena. Please come check us out in Pasadena. And don't forget the next Fort Worth Gun Show, the largest gun show in Texas. It's going to be free parking again, a little sneak peek. That was awesome. Thank you so much for taking care of that parking.
Same number.
Premiere. We really love it. Thank you so much. See you guys later.